Tonight we're wrapping up with our tour of the incredible Tutu Farm. Last week we visited the Tutu Nursery and the Couples and Ladies Center. This week we carry on to the Tutu Food Development Unit, their self-sustaining hydro center, their dragon fruit, citrus and papaya orchards, and finally the farms where the young male farmers carry out their yangona and dala farming.
I see your hands are like covered in something. What are you working on?
This is a tapa, or calling Fiji masi.
Wrapping up at the Ladies Center, we spoke to Akaneta and a few other ladies about the skills they've learned during their time at Tutu.
This is a kind of liquid. It's the tandongo in Fiji, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. We take out the skin, I mean the back of it. We cook it. This comes out.
Oh,
liquid.
okay.
So in that, these are kind of like, you know, the tire, you burn a tire?
Yeah.
It's a charcoal, I think, yeah. It's a charcoal.
Yeah.
So make it into pieces. So we mix it with this.
Also, those two have to be mixed together.
Yeah. Little bit of that.
Yeah.
And this black thing,
Charcoal
I mean
thing?
the charcoal, yeah. Dip it into that liquid. You squeeze it a bit.
Yeah.
Then you place the stencil. This we've got a stencil.
Yeah.
Besides the beautiful Masi artworks, the ladies also designed other things like fans and handbags to earn an income while their husbands concentrated on earning from their farming.
These are some kind of things in the village. You know, it's very hard to find money for their material to earn money. Eh?
Yes.
So they just use the masi, the tapa, or the voi, pandanus leaves. They weave for their source of money.
Another interesting area of craft were these gorgeous garden vases made from just two things, some old towels and a bucket of cement. The ladies at Tutu have become quite the experts at making these, and I love them so much I even picked up 3 to take back home to my garden in Suva. You could easily DIY these at home and add a bit of spruce to your gardens. The team and I then waved goodbye to the ladies and journeyed further up to the Food Development Unit, a unit that's all about value adding.
It's a Binaka Waisea for the lovely tractor ride. Bula to our Green Pillars viewers that are watching.
Bula, Shania.
Okay, so Waisea is waiting for me while I have a little tour of the Food Development Unit.
Tutu recently received new kitchen equipment, which means they're now able to preserve the wide variety of fruits and vegetables they grow on site. Exciting sauces and chutneys made from Tutu's tomatoes, papayas and chilies will add much excitement to the usual ndalo, cassava and bundi and will ensure the important nutrients such as vitamin C, vitamin A and fiber to the students' diets.
So this is your
Breadfruit flour.
breadfruit flour. I'm sure a lot of people have not even heard of this yet. So look at this, the Tutu breadfruit flour. No wonder on our way up here we were seeing so many breadfruit trees everywhere.
Breadfruit is gluten-free and packed full of nutrients. It was one of several superfoods of ancient times. Tutu retails the flour for $5 a kilo.
And those are the spices.
Yeah.
We've got cinnamon powder.
Oh wow! Cinnamon powder,
leaves.
cinnamon leaves.
Yes, mango powder.
Wow! And I saw you had sajan.
Yes, Sajan is there,
Sajan is
right
there.
at the corner. Yeah.
I will be taking some of these back with
Okay,
me.
the dried pineapples.
Dried pineapple.
So we have a dryer there.
Of course, it's pineapple. It's beautiful.
You've tasted the fruits yesterday, the fruit juice.
Yes, I had the juice. Beautiful juice.
So it's all here. We have all those kinds of frozen fruits. We have this is the dragon fruit.
This is the dragon fruit, guys. I'd like to show the camera in case people have not seen the dragon fruit. See the black seeds in there?
Yes.
When it's fresh.
We have the red one too, that has been sold. The red one
Wow.
has been sold.
Wow.
So that's a red papaya.
Red papaya, the Fiji red, which we've spoken about before.
We have the sasabe being packed.
The best juice I have ever had in my
And
life.
these are all our fruits that we make jam, chili sauces and everything. We've got tomatoes, the
Fresh from the
chilies,
farm.
all from the farm. It's all in Tutu. We've got the breadfruit there.
Yeah.
We've got the dalmitana and the banana bundi.
I had some of these yesterday. It was beautiful.
There's a breadfruit.
And what else do we have?
We have our machines and we're making bread today.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Bula.
Yep, you guessed it. These loaves of bread were made from Tutu's very own breadfruit flour, which they grow and process right here.
This is the breadfruit that is being done. Just cut, put it in the sunshine, and getting ready to go inside the dryer. Just heaten up.
This is for the chips.
Flour. No, for the breadfruit flour.
Okay.
Yes. We just cut it, peel it, put it in the sun, and getting ready to dry it before it goes in the grinding. That's the machine, the flour machine.
It's a whole process.
Yeah, true.
How much flour can you get out of that much?
Like for 10 breadfruit, you can just get for 1 kg. It's really light. Yeah, true.
Thank you, Maria, for the beautiful tour. I love my goodies that I've been walking away with, which is the breadfruit flour, mango powder, cinnamon leaves, and sage powder. And what else? There? And oh, I got sweet chili sauce, and I got the rosella jam, and the bundi chips. I just realized I bought a lot of things, but you know what? Support your local.
Coming up next, buckle up for our mountainous but scenic ride to see where and why the young farmers come to Tutu. The daily commute on foot for these farming students can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, similar to what they would experience back home at their village. And while there were other routes for us to take by tractor, Waisea took us the scenic route to show us as much as possible of their 1,109-acre Tutu property. Before reaching the top of the farm, we stopped at what could be deemed as a retirement fund orchard of teak trees.
Tinggo sa may rida uchorta nandaw itu sa may rida na itu bai sa may nambata itu nambandua rua tolu sa ngiri itu inji ba ina na nitu sosini seeds na duna rida longa tinggo so nambandua gi verit ichi tolo na imboron damu gosar nga orta sosini seeds ni tiki na buloni ba rota ingko tutu na ngolong ko sa buo sartunga Oleh ni boleh muri mesana tau ina sorena. Embe ama enaliu.
Along with the teak trees, we also passed multiple other Yangona and Dalo plots along the way, all of which were allocated to the students of Tutu. And let's not forget the clean and crisp air and picturesque views we were fortunate enough to get the higher up we went. We finally reached the breathtaking Tutu Farm and its quaint farmhouse where the young farmers go to relax after a hard day's work. Resource coordinator Serenia and her husband have been guides here at Tutu for over 30 years and actively involved in the development of every participant. She tells us more about the Young Farmers course.
So the entry criteria to the Young Farmers course is that they should be having about 1,000 Yangona plants growing or in equivalent to other crops. So when we see that 1,000 Yangona plants is growing, then we know that the young man is serious about his life and shows potential for training and also getting into new ideas and new developments. So when they come in, they are given a piece of land here in Tutu, where they use it for the 3 years they are in training. So they have 2 farms, one at the center and one at the home situation. So when the staff goes out to visitation and extension, we go out and see what they have done on their home farm. And that's a continuation of what they are doing here on their Tutu Farm. When they come in for their, initially when they come into the center, they are given like 5 weeks or 7 weeks because they have to clear their plot of land here and then source their planting materials. So they have to have 7 weeks in to start off their own farm. They are given a block each, and the staff are given each group to monitor right through their 3 years. So the ex-students, the graduating students, have given their planting materials to the new ones. The new ones are helping harvest their yangona, and the graduates give their planting materials to the new ones to use. And that in turn, it's just within the center itself, the planting materials. But when they are out of the materials, then we refer to the farm, to the big farm, Tutu Farm, so they can source their planting materials from there. So they come in and we focus them on their blocks, and we get help from the agriculture department on the technical areas of agriculture. Otherwise, our own staff lead them into the farming. And also we have management classes. We give them management classes in managing their finances, managing all areas of their life. So we start them off early in the first year. In the second year, we get them into the marriage relationship area subjects, and also their sexuality, their appreciation of their person as men, gifted by God, and how they use their sexuality in a holy way and relating to people. And then we go on to their friendship, dating, and marriage. So by the end of their third year, they are all into preparation to marriage. We give them classes on that, and also preparing their 5-year development plan. But when they first start their course, they do the 3-year Tutu plan. So that involves the Tutu Farm and the home farm, including their 3-year plan. So they set targets for both farms. When staff go out there for visitation to their home farm, the staff checks up on that. So we have them planting 600 plants a year in their home farm, because at the end of the day, that's their home. This is only the training part, the training center. That's their world, and they are equipped here for that world out there. I think this is a unique model of non-formal education Tutu has, and the focus is on the person, the personal development of the person. And it needs dedicated and committed staff to follow the person right through his 3 years or 6 months training. And the bond that exists between the staff, it creates an atmosphere of trust, so that the person can trust himself, free himself of constraints, either culturally, socially, spiritually, or personally, so that he is free to think for himself, free to act for himself, free to speak his mind and attain new ideas, apart from being just vested in the traditional culture in the villages. So he can contribute to society as a free person, because otherwise these people are just pushed aside and they are looked down on, and they are just used to do village things and build up houses. And so we get them in because we believe in the goodness that is within. And with single women, this probably is our compassionate outreach to this group, because they are probably the most underprivileged group in the village, because some of them are widowed, some of them are not married, they're still there, some of them are single mothers with 5 children. And so we try to give them a chance that they can be trained, skilled for income generating projects, get money, buy things for their children. So it's all about being compassionate in the areas of servicing the youth, married couples, and single women.
Unfortunately, we were not able to catch the boys on the job as they had all left to go back to their villages to carry out the rest of their course requirements. But we did manage to speak to one young farmer, Costatino, at the Farmers Forum about his experience at Tutu.
Costatino, dorgo ni tabu ni orang gelin, kosuna uduni buna, au mai durce na urbulung ko Tutu. Nanunggu mai dur na urbulni bibarta yang Tutu, dom tang olong atau aliu, na mai bula na porkaram, na mai sangat na bula andam rabuan na tumbir ta menda mai lau turumen, menda mai rau ina menda mai sautu, na bul na nangauna, na porkaramu andam bul ni singa, na mai bula tai. Nabi angau tiba ina kutiti na oro. Au urburin labang orat mi ina na teanggona ambil tengah ina tintal ena sona ena kakandong rau ena sona ilabo rau ni labo totol sar ina rambul mutuba tite dutun tu endo aba nunui oi o ten ua oi aba nunui ni sing matak oi nang rau ta ina nen teman tite hang mentera pasulten nen na posota.
So I think Tutu has a lot to offer. It's over 40 years now in operation, and we think we're going the right way.
After soaking up the view from the farmhouse, we continued with our journey. Coming up, a visit to the grotto for some time travel. Welcome back. Now, after soaking in the beautiful natural sights surrounding us from the top of the Tutu Farm, we started our descent back towards the main center, of course with a couple more stops along the way. Making our way towards the Hydro Center, we passed through the dragon fruit orchard, and even though they were not in season, the orchard itself was a sight to see with the cactus coming into bloom in less than 2 months. The dense citrus orchard was full of vitamin C goodness, and the Fiji red papaya field was also almost ready to harvest. Now, the self-sustaining Tutu Hydro Center featured their own turbines, hydraulics, solar panels, and generators to power up the electricity and water supply for the whole farm.
Goi na powerhouse ngai Tutu na hydro powerhouse goi 65 kilowatts na levu ni liva air ni idengu mo hydro ngo goi namba I rosau sama sama na sola na goi vivi cuma na sola ngo ni ngona ni raida ni ngona ni longa tau lilai ngawa pantai na anai uri nagi sulia cuma sola gona backup generator sandu bilang kan hydro gona backup generator.
And now for some time travel. Our final stop at Tutu was at the grotto. A fun fact about Tutu is that the 180-degree meridian dateline actually runs through the farm. The statue of Mary represents today, whereas to her right is a sign that reads yesterday, and to her left is tomorrow. Fiji is smack dab on the 180-degree longitude line, making Tagimoucia one of the first spots in the world to see the sunrise every day. And that was it! How incredibly aesthetic was the Tutu Farm! We were so humbled to be invited and taken on a tour and be part of their first Farmers Forum. It was an experience never to be forgotten, as I'm sure their students share the same sentiments. The center has helped change the lives of so many rural Fijians from the Dakondrove, Mbua and Maduata provinces, and they continue to strive for excellence for the sake of their vision and mission and for the betterment of our community.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our Garden Island series. We live in paradise and we should be proud of it. For all farmers out there, you should walk with your head held high because we realize that farmers and farming is one of the most important things for us here in Fiji. So, from the beautiful Taviuni, goodbye.
Coming up next week, we're back in Viti Levu and heading straight back out to the burning west. Calling all horticulturists. If you have an interest in horticulture and floriculture, our next episode will be right up your alley. We're heading over to the renowned South Sea Orchids in Nassau Nandi to meet our orchid superstar, Mrs. Aileen Benes.
We actually teach you how to do it properly.
Join us for the Orchid Growers Forum and a historic tour of the Benes family home. All that and more on our next episode. We'll see you then.